A hospital releases the wrong dead bodies to relatives. Helicopters flying in Australia are making the crocodiles horny. And according to scientists, time travel has been unfortunately ruled out. These are the weird stories for Monday on Weird AF News, the only daily weird news podcast in the galaxy. I have 3 strange weird news stories from around the world for you. Let's get right into it, shall we? Yes, we shall. A hospital releases the wrong dead bodies to relatives, causing chaos. This story is out of India. A horrible mix-up took place at a private hospital in a place called... it's called, come on, Jonesy, you can do it. It's called Kanjarapalipali. Kanjarapapali. I think I got it on the last one. So this mix-up at the hospital left some grieving families with the wrong dead bodies. Oh, this is like a Secret Santa, but with corpses. Who am I going to get? This isn't Grandpa. Well, not my grandpa anyway. Now, this mix-up at the hospital triggered some angry protests over in this town. According to the Kanjarapalipali police. This is pathetic. The police say the mix-up came to light when relatives of 86-year-old Soshama, who had died of cardiac arrest, reached the Mary Queen's Mission Hospital in you know the place, in the morning to take over the dead body. On realizing that they had received the wrong corpse, the relatives informed the hospital about this blunder and asked to take it back. Yeah, that's a terrible day. Don't you hate it when you receive the wrong dead body from the hospital and then you have to go all the way back to return it? And then you complain to the manager and all they give you is a 10% coupon off your next order. It's really unacceptable. It says things, however, went for a toss when the hospital informed the woman's relatives that Shoshama's dead body had been mistakenly handed over to the relatives of one Kamalakshayama from a place called Chirakadavu. Oh my God, what am I doing here? Okay. The situation got worse after it was known that the relatives of the Kamalakashayama mama had already cremated Shoshama's dead body by placing it on the pyre. Oh my goodness, they already cremated the body. Didn't they look at the body? Maybe it comes wrapped and you don't look at it, but wouldn't you just make sure? Wouldn't you peek under the wraps? Wouldn't you just make sure that you're cremating the proper body? The irate relatives erupted into a protest alleging gross negligence by the hospital authorities. A police team, which soon reached the spot, mediated between the angry relatives and the hospital, and the issue was settled for the time. It says here, based on the discussion led by Mr. Anil Dumar, Deputy Superintendent of the Police, Kanjarapalipali and the Kanjarapalipali Tehsildar, the body of the Kamashimayama was handed over to her relatives for cremation, while the mortal remains of Shoshama was handed over to her relatives. Okay, so they got the body over to the one family to be cremated. Then they sent the cremated remains to the other family. This is how they decided the mix-up. Someone's going to have to pay a fine, though, here. The hospital, more than likely. There needs to be some restitution done here for this family, whereby their relative was cremated by the wrong family. That's not okay. It says here the hospital has launched an internal probe into this issue. Hopefully they'll find out what happened. I'd imagine this happens more often than we're told with misplaced mortal remains, corpses swapped out mistakenly. I'd imagine. Helicopters flying in Australia are making the crocodiles horny. Mating season for crocs in Queensland, Australia has arrived earlier than normal this year, eh? And we have here in the story the owner of a crocodile farm in Australia. This owner of the crocodile farm is upset. He's blaming the early mating season on helicopter activity in the area. He claims The crocodiles are getting it on a little earlier than normal because of helicopter activity above. Makes me wonder, how sexy are these damn helicopters? Helicopter of love. Say what? I'm just a love machine, a helicopter love machine. All right, this seems like a bizarre story. Let's find out if this guy's like just paranoid and out of his mind, or if the helicopters are really making the crocodiles mate earlier. It says apparently Chinook helicopters flown by armed forces in the area sent the male crocs at this crocodile farm into a mating frenzy. The male crocodiles at John Lever's Corona Crocodile Farm all seemed to respond to the helicopters flying overhead, and they started to just go at it. Very strange. Is this normal? Maybe the helicopter's making a mate, like the way that the helicopter, spins and the rotors. Maybe they're making a humming noise or something that is exactly like the mating call of a female crocodile. I'm guessing. I don't know. I'm not a biologist. I do know a lot about alligators because I host a Florida Friday episode every Friday, as you know. The owner of the farm says, "My male crocodiles are being driven into a mating frenzy by the sound and vibrations of these choppers flying overhead. That's right, helicopters. They're making the crocs horny. Do I make you horny? Are you positively randy?" The article says, why are these helicopters making the crocodiles horny? Your guess is as good as any, because experts don't really know. They've offered up a reason. They say they think the helicopters may have sounded like a thunderstorm, which can often get the reptiles feeling pretty randy. Now, if you ask me, I think it's the look of these Apache choppers. Have you seen one of these, all battle-loaded? Yeah. When I look at one, it really makes me feel things down there, I have to tell you. Another theory by local biologists is that the helicopters are moving in a way that might be imitating the crocodile mating dance, and that could be confusing the male crocs. The owner of the Corona Crocodile Farm, though, has his own ideas, this guy, Mr. Lever. He recently revealed that the bulls on his farm of around 3,000 went nuts when a helicopter flew over his farm as well. He said, all the big males got up and roared and bellowed up at the sky. And then after the helicopters left, they mated like mad. There's something about them sonic waves that really gets them stirred up, I think. Now, the article says whether the helicopters sound like thunderstorms or appear to be part of a mating dance or the sonic waves maybe making the crocodiles horny, it's all not really clear at this point. What is obvious, though, is that the helicopters fly overhead and then a crocodile orgy breaks out after they leave. I think this is just important to acknowledge what's going on because this could be new animal conservation tactics. Maybe we need to, at some point, get herds to mate. We could try the crocodile theory. Let me rephrase that. The crocodile helicopter theory. So you can bring in helicopters to get species to get it on if they need to be conserved. This is just my brilliant idea. The other thing I was thinking when I was covering this crocodile helicopter orgy was it has to be the worst porn category ever, right? Want to create a podcast? Spotify's platform lets you easily make, record, and distribute a podcast everywhere, even earn money, all in one place for free. It's called Spotify for Podcasters. Record and edit on your phone or computer, send it to Spotify, and everywhere podcasts are heard. They even have video podcasting options. Spotify for Podcasters allows you to earn money with ads and subscriptions too. Best of all, it's free. Try it. Download Spotify for Podcasters or go to spotify.com/podcasters to get started. And good luck with your podcast. Good luck with your life, man. I have bad news, guys. Time travel has been completely ruled out by scientists. It's the sound of science. And science is bringing us bad news today. What the heck, man? I've always dreamed of traveling in time. But unfortunately, while the likes of Back to the Future might look pretty simple, just get yourself a flux capacitor. So, get a flux capacitor. Time travel in real life is very much a different story, though, guys. It appears that the current story will remain forever the same, as scientists have, unfortunately, essentially ruled out time traveling for good. Now, the basis of all this comes down to the fact that the assumption has been made from a well-established phenomenon. What happens when you put light through an interface? An interface could be anything from glass or water. Now, the article goes on to explain some very convoluted scientific procedures, mathematics, and terms that I don't really understand. Now, I could just bore the hell out of you by reading it. I could flavor it up with a nice accent from a professor from Eastern Finland. Maybe I'll do that. She says, basically, I found a very neat way to derive the standard wave equation in 1 + 1 dimensions. The only assumption I needed was that the speed of the wave is constant. Then I thought to myself, what if it's not always constant? This turned out to be a really good question. Now, this individual's team delivered the expected solution on either side of the interface, but there was one crucial requirement to achieving this. It needs time to only move forward, they're saying. And because the arrow of time seems to always go in one direction, it would be impossible, they say, to go back in time. While the results may be a major breakthrough, we can pretty much say goodbye to the possibility of time traveling into the past. This is a big shame. I was hoping we would have time machines by now. We do have amazing technologies. And I don't know, I don't understand a lot of them. I don't think we need a lot of this stuff. Like a smart refrigerator. What do I need that for? Why do I need a refrigerator that sends emails? Why do I need a refrigerator sliding into my DMs and telling me I can throw out those carrots? I don't need that. We do amazing things with technology. Why no time machines? Did you guys know that right now over the web, you can control a vibrator from 7,000 miles away? Now, I know some of you freaks are probably pretty happy about this sort of technology, but I have no use for it. I've been waiting for this time machine. I've been waiting my whole life. I thought as a kid we'd have them by now. Really, I did. And flying cars as well. Where are the flying cars? Now, I do confess if I have a time machine, I wouldn't use it the way everybody else would. Everyone wants to save the world with a time machine, but Jonesy's not into that. Everybody says, oh, if I had a time machine, I would go back and kill baby Hitler. That's what everybody says they would do with a time machine. But, that's just somebody trying to get laid, right? Now, if we're all being honest, we would use time machines for personal, petty activities. Wouldn't you? I would just go back 8 days and save those avocados that I opened a little too late. I have to tell you, that was a damn shame. I'm not trying to save mankind. I just want to save that guac. Oh man, I'd just go back a year and win a fantasy football championship. But like, dude, how did you know that guy was going to sprain his MCL and ACL? I'm like, well, I don't know, man. I just had a feeling about it. Yay! Hi, everyone. Hello, my loyal listeners. This is your trusty, dusty host, Jonesy. Why are you so dusty, Jonesy?
Well, 'cause I spent the weekend in Texas. That's right. Oh, yeah. Out in the dusty sunset plains of Texas, rounding up them doggies. You know how it goes, right? Yeah.
Listen, I had an amazing time in Texas, as you can tell by my raspy-ass voice. I met some really cool listeners, so shout-outs to the peeps that came to see me. Mitchell, Sabrina, it was Dominique and Larry, and Becca and Glenn, and Maddie and Roman. Who else am I missing? I think I might be missing somebody. I apologize if I missed out on you. Did I get everybody? I think so. Anyways, we had nice shows in Dallas, and it was nice. It was a nice hang. It was a good time. I ate a lot of amazing food, and I partied. I partied a bit, and as you can hear. And I probably won't get my voice back for another week, so this is great. I want to give thanks and praise, by the way, because this is the outro where I just give it's extenuous thanks and praise. Mitchell and Sabrina joined the Patreon. Mitchell and Sabrina joined the Patreon. Mitchell and Sabrina that came to see me at the show in Dallas. They joined the Patreon. I mean, can you imagine? I mean, the levels of support from this couple. It's just amazing. So I just want to give them a lot of love and thank them for joining the Patreon. Please enjoy the extra content that's in the Patreon. I believe there's a picture of you two in the Patreon, so go check that out. Anyways, if you guys want to support the show by joining the Patreon, please go to patreon.com/weirdafnews, or you could download the Patreon app on your smartphone and do a search for Weird AF News, or just click on the link on my website, weirdafnews.com. You know, it's the website is weirdafnews.com. That's Italian for weirdafnews.com. Anyways, if you want to email me something or call the show, here's what you need. This is the email. It's funnyjones@gmail.com. Here's the phone number, 646-450-2012. You may leave me a voicemail. Call the show, please, if you got excited about one of the segments that I did, or call the show if you're just excited to say hi to me, or tell me where I need to go. Some people want to just tell me where to go. You can do that too. You can call the voicemail and leave a message about where I should go. This is Thanksgiving week. I'm so excited, and I'll probably do a special Thanksgiving episode. Maybe. We'll see how I'm feeling. See how much partying I do, and if maybe I drink my voice away again. Maybe I drink and party my voice away again. I don't mean to do it. I just can't help myself, guys. Can't help myself. I get swept up in the moment. I get caught up in it. I do. I like having fun. I'm a fun guy. I don't need to apologize. I don't. All right? I don't need to apologize. I don't need a therapist. I'm doing me. I'm doing me. Doing me? Yeah. Well, they say you do you. I guess I'm doing me. Sounds weird, though, to say I'm doing me. Anyways, good luck with your life, man.